Good morning and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy T Stitches, and we are going to try vlogging this week. I know I've talked about this for a few weeks and I've literally been too lazy or too absorbed in whatever, but I'm going to try. We're going to try. It is currently Wednesday morning, October 25th. So I recorded on Monday. Y'all got to see what I worked on. So this is Tuesday night stitching, even though it is now Wednesday morning. And so I probably should have taken this out of the bag since I am holding my phone in my hand. Hold please. Must incorporate the lips. Okay. Do not do that. Kids at home, you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff. Blech. Okay. So here is a touch of magic. We did a daily 100. Sorry, the lighting in here. So I got the second color put in on the word, or on the G for ghost, and work some more on the word broomstick down there. It doesn't look like a whole lot because it's spread out, but it was at least 100 stitches. I think it was 104 stitches even. So, and then the Will Spin Tonight spun Moonlight Sampler from the Blue Flower. I absolutely adore this project. Very tempted to make it one that I have to work on semi-regularly next year because I love it. It stitches up so nicely. So here's where we're at. One second, I've got to wave some people in. Okay. So I put 600 stitches in it tonight. So the beaver, the letter I, the beaver, the A, the beginning of the B, and this moth, the black and white one over here, at least half of it is all new. 600 stitches tonight. This is, I'm doing this 1/2 on 40 count Verdal. Dyed by my daughter. This beautiful purple gray color. I absolutely love it. So it is looking so good. You can see the sloth there and the beaver. I love this project, and I unfortunately have to put it up for the week, but I'm looking forward to getting to pull it out again at the end of the year or beginning of next year, whenever I get a chance to work on it again. So that was really it for tonight. So 700 stitches is not too bad. I stay barely distracted. There's a bunch of other stuff I do while I'm here. But I'm very happy with that. And I guess I will check in with y'all tomorrow. See y'all soon. Good morning, everybody. Look, I made it for day 2. I managed 2 days in a row of vlogging. So maybe we can get back into this routine. It is the early morning hours of October 26th, which means we are here to look at Wednesday night's stitching. So as you can see, I'm at work, which means our daily 100 was Touch of Magic. I did not zip it up in the bag this time, so I don't have to use my teeth to pull it out. But here's where we got to. I worked some more on the word ghost up in here. And maybe a little bit more in the word broom. I'm not quite sure. Whatever it was 100 stitches because I have a counter app. So there. Now you can see much better. So daily 100 done and dusted. And then before I left the house, I spun my wheel and I spun Ladies Who Lunch. So I pulled that out more to work on it tonight. And I got 700 stitches into it tonight. So almost this entire wing is new. This flower up here is new. It's just looking so good. This fabric was the most perfect choice. The reds and yellows just pop off of it. It's such a delight to stitch because it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like intuitive. You don't feel like you're constantly having to check the pattern. You don't feel like there's this weird ninja stitch here and there and everywhere. So it just, it was so nice to stitch on tonight. And I'm super excited that he got another 700 stitches. This ladybug is complete. So we're starting on that one. There's 4. They all kind of look in, you know, to the middle. So we'll look forward to seeing that again next year. So that is it for this morning. I did sit down and try and figure out what I have left on categories and main characters for this month. Fairy Tale Lands 2 hasn't been touched at all, so it needs a whole motif. And I think the motif for this month is Cinderella. I don't think we're getting the whole thing done in 1 month. So we'll just have to see. I may have to split that one into 2 months. She's pretty big. When I saw, you know, I just have that one color that I need to fill in on the banner. So that shouldn't take me too long. When I saw Fairy Tale Lands and Garden Prelude, I haven't even touched this month. So that needs 500 stitches. That's my main characters. For my categories, I have 2 left. I still have 300 stitches left on Spangled and 400 stitches left on Living with Charm. Otherwise, we got the rest knocked out. So I'm thinking maybe this weekend, that's something that I can work towards. And then if I don't get it done on over the weekend, I can work on it Monday also, because I'm here in the shack on Saturday. I'm in the truck on Sunday, and then I'm back in the shack Monday and Tuesday. So, I'm going to let myself go ahead and just spin the wheel again tonight, and see what we land on. And then over the weekend, I'm going to make those a focus. So get my October goals knocked out, because October is almost over, y'all. And then we can start prepping for categories for November. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I guess that's it. It was a nice quiet night at work. Not too much going on. Sat on virtual stitchers for a bit with my friends. Yeah. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful stitchy week, and I will check in with y'all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It is Friday morning, the 27th. So this is my stitching for the 26th. I put it up. As always, with work, Daily 100 on Touch of Magic. Let me get it out of the bag and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's where we got to. I did realize today that the H is a half a stitch off. So I'm not going to go through and fix it. I'm just not going to let anything around it be counted off of it. So everything else will be right. It'll be half a stitch off and nobody will even notice. And then I worked on the word ghoulish up here. We got the S. And it doesn't look like a whole lot of room for an H, so that's interesting. Anyway, so another 100 knocked out on this, and we're going to keep going until it's all done. My next work day is Saturday night. I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday that I know of. We may have more after that, but schedule's not out yet. So, last night my relief did not show up until, well, he didn't show up for me at all. I got out of here about 6:20 because they got somebody to come sit at this location until he showed up. I guess he didn't show up till 9 a.m. Like, our shifts are 6 to 6. And he didn't show up till 9. He said he overslept. So, but even that 20 to 25 minutes later that we left that we normally did, like, felt like it ate into so much of my sleep time. So, when my alarm went off this afternoon, I did not want to get up, and I kind of had to drag myself out of bed, and my brain wasn't ready for the day. So I forgot to spin my wheel before I left for work. So I always have projects with me, but they're my categories, my main characters. They're not just any whip, so I can't spin the big wheel. So I was going to spin for my limited wheel because that's what I had with me. But then I was on virtual with Vicky from Reading and Stitching. And I was like, you know what? You just pick what I'm going to work on tonight. Which was kind of a mistake. Not really. Because as soon as the word Cinderella came out of my mouth, of course that was going to be what she was going to pick. Which is not a problem. I didn't mind working on it. It just was funny because I don't even know why I went through the list, because as soon as Cinderella came out of my mouth, I knew that that's what she would pick. So I worked on Fairy Tale Lands 2 from Soda Stitch, and my motif for this month, technically my motif would have been the slipper, this walkway that I kind of skipped over, and there's another motif up here, a star. So that technically should have been September or October to get me over to Cinderella for November. But I decided, one, it wouldn't have been very much. I would have been done with it in probably a couple of hours. But I don't know that I'm going to finish all of Cinderella here in October. So here's my plan. I gave it a full night. 700 stitches, you see what got done. The slipper is new, part of the walkway that I got in, and all that skirt and arm. That's everything. That's the 700 stitches I got in tonight. If I may call that October, if I get through the rest of, because remember, I was going to start on this stuff this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that's what I was going to work on. So, if I get through Spangled and Living with Charm and all those others that I need to, and I still have time before November, I will pull this back out and work on it some more. But my phone keeps wanting to slip out of my hand. But if not, then it's not a whole motif, which it, well, if you count the slipper as a motif, I'm done. But I knew Cinderella was a big ask for one motif. So we'll see. I'm going to try and go ahead and finish her this month. Because I think another night like tonight, I could get her done. But I still have 500 stitches on Garden Prelude, 400 on Living with Charm, and a few other goals that I need to hit before the end of the month. So we'll just have to see how it all works out. So that's my stitching for tonight. I did 100 on my daily 100 and 700 on Fairy Tale Lands. So that's not too bad. And I'm off today. I have so many errands to run, and then hopefully get some stitching in if I don't sleep the night away, because like we'll get home about 7:30 in the morning. I'll go to bed. I've got to be up at 10:45 to take the kids to the eye doctor. They've got to be there at noon, but it's over an hour drive. Eye doctors. I have an appointment to get Lexie's tire fixed, and then to get her car inspected, and then come home. Well, since I've only had 3 hours of sleep, I'm probably going to end up either taking a nap or falling asleep, as it were. And so we'll just see how the night goes tomorrow night. So, alrighty. Well, that's it for today's vlog. That's 3 days in a row, if anybody out there is counting. And I may make it through this entire week. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Good morning. It is the wee hours of Sunday, October 29th. I did not check in with you on Friday because I stitched until I fell asleep in my stitching chair. So I do have that stuff with me here tonight. And then of course I'm going to show you Saturday night stuff. So Friday night, well, I told y'all I had a really busy day. 2 eye doctor's appointments. They canceled my tire appointment because my tire didn't get in time. Sorry about the whistling. It is windy outside. And so the kids and I ate lunch, and then we went to get the car inspected, and then we got home. I went straight for a nap. because only getting 3 hours of sleep that morning. I slept for almost another 4 hours. And then I got up and Ryan was having a movie night with his friends, so I couldn't really get to my stitching because I didn't want to interrupt them. So I waited till that was over and then we got to stitching. And so we do our daily 100 on a full coverage. This week it was Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream, and you can see that she's getting some lips. Look at that. She looks so good. So she will actually get put up because the next time I get to stitch at home, it'll be time for Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. And then after that, I told you I was going to spend the weekend trying to get caught up on my categories and main characters. So I pulled out Spangled and I thought, okay, Spangled only needs 300 stitches. And it stitches up pretty quickly because a lot of it's a black fill-in. I said I'm going to knock that out real quick. And then I'm going to pull out Garden Prelude that needs 500 stitches. Well, I was stitching while watching TV and I got absorbed. So I ended up putting 500 in on Spangled and not getting to work on Garden Prelude at all. It's okay. Extra stitching on this one is not going to hurt because when I finish this page, I will be 3 pages down out of 9. So we got quite a bit to go. It's practically full coverage around the edges. So, but I got 500 stitches put into it, which gave me a grand total of 700 for the month. So that's pretty good. It needed it. So there's that. And then, so that was last night. Tonight I got to work my daily 100. While I'm at work, I'm going to knock over a whole pile of stuff. Is Touch of Magic from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And I got another 100 put in today. Actually like 120 something. I forgot to stop. But we finished the word ghoulish. We worked some more on the word ghost. You can see the top of the O here and a little bit of the S there. And I think I put some more gold down here in Broomstick. So we're getting there. A little bit at a time. You'll see it again for the next few nights. And then I said, okay, I'm going to work on Living with Charm. It needs 400 stitches to be finished, or to be the monthly goal to be finished. So here's where it's at. That finished the word believe, did this whole little squared banner down here, and started on the word care. So it's looking really good. And I don't know the name of that fabric. It's a 40 count linen from Under the Seas, but I don't know what the name of it is. And when I got done with the 400 on it, it was still pretty early in the night. So I pulled out Garden Prelude. And here's what it's at. I got 400 out of the 500 stitch goal on this one, but I ran out of time. It's 5:15 now. My relief gets here at 5:45. And I still need to pack up all that mess. Okay. So, I gotta clean up, but we got 4 out of the 500 stitches on this. I'm pretty sure I can get the other 100 tonight at work. And then we have, the last little bit that I need to complete on When I Saw. It's just that pink part of that banner because I was out of that color the last time I worked on it. And then I think I'm completely caught up with categories and main characters. Oh, I was going to work some more on Fairy Tale Lands, but that one I won't do in the truck tomorrow. I will wait until we're back here in the shack on Monday. So we should be able to get Cinderella done here in October, and then be moving on to whatever's next in November. So I'm really happy with progress, and I'm excited to keep it up. I am in the truck tonight, so that should be interesting, especially with the weather rolling in. And then 2 nights here in the shack before next month, and I don't have my schedule for then yet, but then I'm probably going to try and get categories and main characters knocked out right there at the beginning of the month. And then we'll get back to spinning and trying to get some stitches in on all my whips for a second time. I think we're down to like 24 on the wheel. So we should totally be able to knock that out November, and then we'll have finished that stitch December. It'll be great. I think I do have two new projects I'm going to start in November. So we'll be squeezing that in too. Plus a retreat. I have a retreat in 2 weeks. So I'm super excited about that. All right, I'm going to let y'all go, get this mess cleaned up, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Good morning, y'all. It is truck day, and I am so over it. It's just the weather is not great. It's cold and it's windy and it's wet. And it's just one of those days where you feel that supreme lack of motivation, both in getting the job done and getting the stitching in. So I think that might be my husband. I'll be okay. So I got to be kind of quick, but I got some work in and I got some stitching in. So even though I had the lack of motivation, you know, we got to push through sometimes. Just is what it is. All right. So daily 100 on Touch of Magic. You can see the thread still sitting there. I put some purple down here and some more colors in the O. So I know it doesn't look like 100, but I swear to you it is. Ooh, I gotta turn this heat down. And then I was gonna work on Garden Prelude because I only need 100 that I didn't get last night. But apparently in the cold and the rain when I got to work, I forgot to grab it out of the car. So I pulled out When I Saw, and we only need this light pink banner from like right here above the N all the way over to here. And I got this far, which is about 200 stitches. So I just have that little bit left that we will work on tonight while I'm at work, and we'll get that last 100 on Garden Prelude, and then we're gonna finish up Cinderella. So we're gonna have a really good stitching night tonight. Fingers crossed, more motivation. And then go back to possibly spinning the wheel for the 31st. What's today? Today's the 30th, right? Yeah, possibly spin the wheel for the 31st. Or if I have a lack of motivation, we'll just start on the 1st after midnight. We'll see. But remember, at the beginning of the month, we're going to knock out categories and main characters before we get to spinning that wheel and getting those other 24 knocked out. So the wind has so much noise around me. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I will see you tonight. Good morning. Okay. I gotta be kind of quick because it's that time of morning when I actually start getting traffic. And I really need to be cleaning up this mess. I had a very fitful and distracted night. Started out really strong because I knew that I needed a little of this and a little of that and a little of that other thing. And I did really good at knocking those things out. And then when I got to Fairy Tale Lands, I couldn't seem to focus. And I found an error, which I decided to just go with instead of going back and fixing. But there's something about when I'm doing that, even though I've made that decision, I'm irritated with the project, right? So I powered through and I was going to keep stitching. And then I realized I was out of a color. And then it was this, and then it was that. And this is the problem I have with this project that I've had all along. It's why I give myself small pieces to work on. So Cinderella did not get done tonight. And I don't know that it'll get done this coming up night. Even Halloween, the last day of the month. Just because of my irritation with it right now. So we may call it good for September, finish October. Because really that's how I originally intended to do it anyway. I know I say one motif a month, but technically the shoe and the stuff in between Cinderella and the Evil Stepmother is considered one. So when I finish that and I finish Cinderella next month, that'll be October, November. And then we'll move up into Snow White. So I think I'm going to give it a break for a few days and come back. I'm hoping to do a new start tonight. We'll see if I can get my stuff together in time. If not, we're probably going to just get started on next month's stuff, because really by the time I start stitching in the evening, it's dang near tomorrow anyway. So, or maybe I'll spend one for Halloween. I don't know, we'll see. So let's go through and show you what I managed to accomplish last night. Okay, that was a tribute to my friend Cheryl. If you don't watch Fickle Stitches, you totally should. Okay, here's where we're at. I think I mostly just worked on broom there. Oh, okay, finished up the white on the S, did the white on the T, and worked on broom. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got an S and a T on Ghost. We've got the L and the Y on Fly. We've got the rest of Broomstick and then an actual broomstick to stitch. And we will be completed with this bottom part. We have 2 motifs up at the top that still need to get completed before we can call this finito. I do believe with my current work schedule that this will be finished before December. So my list for Finish That Stitch December is dwindling down, but it may mean we have a better possibility to getting to some of the ones that are kind of long shots. So we'll see. We'll see. But this is going well as my daily 100, and you will see it again tonight because I work every night this week except for Friday. It's what I had to do in order to go to retreat next week, so it is what it is. I will work every day except for Friday. Oh shoot, I should have uploaded this video yesterday. Anyway, I work every day except for Friday, and then I leave for retreat next Thursday, and as soon as I get back on Monday, I go back to work. So busy life. All right, the next thing I worked on was Garden Prelude, because remember I only needed another 100, and I had the hub stop by Walmart to get the one DMC color that you see those patches right there of blankness. It was a DMC that I had run out of, so I did get it to fill that in. As you can see, they got partially filled in, and I hit the 100, and it's good to wait until next month, which is tomorrow. So, or today, no, tomorrow. It is currently the 31st. Anyway, so we worked on that. Then I pulled out When I Saw. We just needed the pink inside the banner. Y'all would have seen this one last night. Or, 30 seconds ago. No, I've already talked for 5 minutes. Anyway. So this is my October section complete, and we have the rest of this banner and probably a motif or 2 for November, and then December will just be some hearts down here at the very bottom. So it's looking so good, and it will be finished in December, and that's exciting. And you can't even tell I messed the banner up a little bit. Can't eat it. So these are all, well, not Touch of Magic. It's my daily 100. The other ones are all main characters. So you'll see them again in just a few days because we're going to knock those out here at the beginning of November. And here's where I got to on Cinderella and Fairy Tale Lands. That dark blue in her dress is the wrong color. And I kind of thought that when I first started stitching it. I was like, it's such a contrast to the white and the light blue. But it was on my floss card as that symbol, and I don't know how it got there, and I don't know what color it was. So, if you can see, there's a little bit of a color change even in the dark blue, because I was going with the next closest thing I could find rather than pull what I had done out and put in the actual lighter color that's supposed to be in there. I think it actually looks pretty good, kind of stark, but good. And so that light blue that's in there is the one I have now run out of and need to replace. So I worked up on her skin and hair, and so till it got to a stopping point for tonight. So that was my wonderful night of stitching. It was productive and unproductive at the same time. Like, it was a little bit here and a little bit there, and that can be a little frustrating. It feels like you don't get as much done when you're constantly changing, but I did enjoy hitting those goals and finishing them up here at the end of the month like a mad person, and we look forward to stitching on them very soon. So I am going to let y'all go so I can get this uploaded, because I totally forgot that yesterday was Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. So this isn't that late. This is exactly a week from when I recorded last week. We're fine. We're all good here. All right. I hope you enjoyed the vlogging this week. I'm going to keep trying to do this because I don't know, it seems a little bit better. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you saw something you like and keeps you coming back for more. If you are a returning friend and subscriber, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the ways that you share you love me, and I will see y'all next week.